So it looks like they even have a note here that says if you don't use the included power supply, it may not fit exactly. And to just cut your own holes as needed. So there we go, that's a nice good fit there. Let's try and get all these wires over to this side first. Alright, there we go. We got 4 last bolts here. And once these are in, we can go back and tighten all of them. That's definitely going to be a process. I thought the bolt heads on the bottom would stick out, but there's a ridge there. I don't know how much not being perfectly flat on the surface affects the vibrations going on with the builds. Seems like it could be a potential problem. There we go. So now I'm going to go and tighten up all the bolts. I hope I don't miss any. And next up after this is actually assembling the extruder platform and probably putting some of the parts inside here, such as the stepper motor. Don't know which way this goes, but we'll find out soon enough. Alright, so I've moved ahead a little bit. I've done some duplication of effort and all that is pretty much ready. The first step here was attaching these brackets onto the build platform. That's easy enough, a little tedious. And I have tightened all these down. Next was working with these rods here, and there's no specific amount of space set in the directions, but I've been leaving just a little bit of a nub on the end there. Let's see, which way is this tight? So this has to be really tight, and the directions now mention that you should get some Loctite and lock that screw down. I don't have any on hand, but you can easily access it by going underneath here. And you can see that I've already put the other 3 in. Basically it's a nut, bearing, nut, a nut in the middle, then again at the end. This tightened one here that I just did, I don't want to knock a lot of stuff off the table here. So this just goes into the bottom right there. I've already got the other 3 set. Drops straight down the top. Is that the tightened one? Yep. And just drop that in place. And basically this bearing should be flush with the top of the body. So let's actually... There we go. Still a little too much. That's pretty good right there, and we'll lock this down. Pull this out real quick. You can do it in place, but I've been finding it's a little easier. Just pull it out and do it this way. There we go, and these should be as tight as you can possibly do it. They will loosen up, which is why they recommend the Loctite. Then down the middle it says to get some bicycle chain grease or oil and put it on the middle of the rods. Again, I don't have that either. So we're not going to worry about it too much. And then capping off the top are these little caps here. These I've got finger tight. I haven't screwed them down yet. And it looks like I could use a couple more. There we go. So getting an angle down here, trying to get the nut threaded onto the bolt is not all that easy. The most difficult ones were here in each of those corners. Lots of things falling all over the place, and tedium did ensue. But these front ones aren't too bad here.